So let's look at a second example. Moses. These are very interesting words.
Very interesting, yes.
Shelby is getting his PhD just studying this passage.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that was happening.
By faith,
Good for me.
Moses, when he was born, was hidden for 3 months by his parents because they saw that the child was beautiful and they were not afraid of the king's edict. I love that.
It's very specific.
Beautiful boy.
Mm-hmm.
By faith, Moses, when he was grown up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to be mistreated with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin.
It's a grand sweeping indictment of the Egyptian people at the time.
He considered the reproach of Christ greater wealth than the treasures of Egypt, for he was looking to the reward. By faith he left Egypt, not being afraid of the anger of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. There's
Invisible, yep.
by faith he kept the Passover and sprinkled the blood, so the destroyer of the firstborn might not touch him. Let me just say 3 things that
A lot there.
that jump off the page for me. Again, just honing on the specificity of faith. First, values. Faith in God gives you a constant sense of values, a constant moral scale. What is worth more to me? My relationship with my Lord and all the things that he says have eternal worth, or all these other flashy, bright, shiny things that the world offers me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think of the example of Moses. This is the ruling nation of the world.
Mm-hmm.
This is the life in the palace. You could argue in terms of power, control, material things, it doesn't get any bigger than this.
Yeah.
But that was not as valuable as the God who had chosen and called him. So, values. Second thing that jumps off the page is the fearlessness of faith. That it's such a big deal for any human being living in this period of history to say that they're not afraid of Pharaoh's anger. Everybody was afraid of Pharaoh's anger. Mm-hmm. Come on. There's no person who had greater power to do you ill than Pharaoh.
Right.
So we should not read the Bible la 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 and just let that phrase wash over us. I mean, to say that faith in God meant I could stand against the most powerful human being then existing, who had the most power at his hand, and not be afraid of him.
That means your fear was in the proper place.
That means you're absolutely pretty fearless.
Yeah. You're fearing the Lord as opposed to people.
Well, and then it says he was able to do that because he saw him who was invisible. Mm-hmm. That faith is about the eyes of the heart. Faith is about seeing what can't be seen. We were talking about this before we started shooting, that imagination is an important aspect of faith, because I'm worshiping and serving and resting in one who I can't hear audibly, I can't see physically, I can't touch with my hands. And so for the believer, faith isn't conjuring up the unreal. Faith is the ability to see what is unreal but unseen. Mm-hmm. I love that it says that Abraham was seeing someone much grander, much more powerful than Pharaoh. In the context of what Abraham was seeing, in the overwhelming glory of God, Moses was seeing, Pharaoh was just this little pipsqueak ruler.
Yeah.